Have you ever wondered if your favorite summer swim spot could secretly be hiding a dangerous secret? From picturesque pools that are actually filled with acid to flooded holes that are impossible to escape, let's explore some swimming spots you should approach with caution and others you should avoid entirely. Well, in today's video, we're about to dive deep into these treacherous locations on our planet, where taking a dip could be a grave mistake. But before we uncover these forbidden waters, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell, so you never miss out on our thrilling explorations. 1. Hot Spring Trap. Yellowstone Park's Grand Prismatic Spring, situated in the Midway Geyser Basin, is a breathtaking yet treacherous destination. This natural wonder boasts the third largest diameter of any hot spring worldwide, measuring a staggering 370 feet, which is over twice the size of an Olympic swimming pool. The spring's bedrock forms concentric circles of mesmerizing blues, greens, yellows, and oranges, creating an otherworldly appearance. However, this striking beauty conceals a deadly secret. The vibrant colors are not the result of magic but rather the outcome of geothermally heated water gushing from the spring's center, with temperatures soaring to a scorching 189 degrees Fahrenheit. As this water spreads outward, it cools, allowing various rings of bacteria to thrive at different temperature ranges, some as hot as third-degree burns. In 2016, tragedy struck when a tourist ignored warning signs and ventured into a restricted area, accidentally falling into the scalding water. Despite frantic efforts to escape, help arrived too late, and his body dissolved due to the slightly acidic nature of the water and its intense heat. This chilling incident serves as a stark reminder that the Grand Prismatic Spring is an extraordinarily perilous place to swim. 2. Cave Risk. In the scorching Texas summer, children near Wimberley often flock to a local creek leading to Jacob's Well, a spring with a rather deceptive appearance. Unlike typical springs, Jacob's Well boasts a jaw-dropping 12-foot diameter mouth, resembling a punched hole in the bedrock. It plunges straight down to a depth of 30 feet, enticing thrill seekers to practice their cannonballs. However, lurking beneath its surface lies a dark secret that has claimed the lives of several adventurous divers. Jacob's Well is no ordinary spring, it's a karstic spring connected to an extensive underwater cave system. Beyond the 30-foot main chamber, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers extends to depths averaging 120 feet, with uncharted passages stretching over 4,500 feet. It's a magnet for cave divers and free divers worldwide, drawn to its intricate maze. Yet, the peril lies in the narrow entrances to these tunnels. Divers often have to remove their oxygen tanks to squeeze through, risking the loss of their lifelines in the dark abyss below. Tragically, more than a dozen divers have lost their lives this way at Jacob's Well. In 2015, Diego Adame, a free diver, descended into the cave, relying solely on lung capacity and willpower. He reached depths of around 100 feet, maneuvering through tiny gaps when he lost a flipper. Panicking, he cut away his weight belt and scrambled for the surface just in time. It was a miraculous escape, highlighting the fine line between life and tragedy in Jacob's Well. 3. Whirlpool Wonders. Attention, anime enthusiasts! Japan's Naruto Straight, nestled between Naruto in Tokushima and Awaji Island in Hyogo, offers a unique aquatic spectacle. Despite its short length, this strait bridges the Pacific Ocean with the inland sea, and when the tides ebb and flow, something extraordinary happens. The immense water volume rushing in and out results in a staggering 5-foot water level difference between the two seas. Constrained by the strait's narrow confines, water races through at speeds of up to 12 miles per hour, birthing colossal whirlpools with diameters of roughly 66 feet. These are the renowned Naruto whirlpools, which not only inspired Narutomaki, a spiral fish cake, but also the name of Naruto Uzumaki, an iconic anime character. While these whirlpools generally pose no threat to boats, solitary swimmers are cautioned against attempting to conquer the straits. The currents can swiftly overwhelm, as tragically demonstrated in 2014 when an intrepid underwater photographer in Cornwall, UK, sought to capture footage of a seemingly small whirlpool. Despite its appearance, the current possessed the strength to submerge and detain the photographer, resulting in a fatal outcome without the aid of breathing equipment. 4. Lake Natron's lethal waters. What do you know about Tanzania? It's in Africa, home to incredible wildlife, and it boasts a 490 square mile body of water that can transform living beings into something akin to stone. Yes, you read that right, it's not a fairy tale, it's Lake Natron. Located in a scorching region of Tanzania, this lake loses most of its water to relentless evaporation, leaving behind a salt-crusted, mineral-rich landscape. Here, salt-loving microorganisms, with a striking deep red pigment, thrive on the remnants left by the receding water. But the water that remains is so saturated with salt that unsuspecting migratory birds, seeking a refreshing dip, quickly become encrusted in salt crystals. In a matter of minutes, they calcify, effectively mummified while still alive. It may not be turning them into stone, but it's an eerie parallel. Yet, that's not the worst part. Lake Natron's high sodium and mineral content makes its environment extremely alkaline. On an average day, the water boasts a pH of 10, rising to a searing pH of 12 when temperatures soared to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. In essence, taking a dip in this lake would feel like swimming through scalding bleach, inflicting severe alkaline burns. This grim reality became painfully clear to a group of wildlife photographers in 2007. While flying over the lake, their helicopter pilot lost his bearings and crashed. The water's chemicals immediately irritated their eyes, nearly blinding them while gradually burning their skin. Remarkably, they endured the agony, covering 2 miles across the shallow waters to reach the nearest solid ground. Fortunately, they all recovered fully, but had the crash occurred further out or on an even hotter day, the outcome could have been tragically different. If you've been enjoying the video and have made it this far, may I kindly request your support? Please show your appreciation by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the notification bell. Now, let's continue our journey. 5. Scalding Geyser. Let's journey to Iceland, famed for its volcanic terrain and geothermally warmed waters, and delve into a chilling example of a spring that could literally end your life. Nestled beside the Vita River, there's an unassuming-looking pool that conceals a deadly secret. Every 10 minutes or so, the tranquility is shattered by a dramatic eruption. This is no ordinary pool, it's the Straka geyser, one of the planet's most active fountain-type geysers. Such geysers stem from intricate systems of subterranean tube-like passages and interconnected chambers, extending deep into the Earth's crust. Here, magma heats the water at one end of the tube until it reaches a boiling point. It rises into the chamber, morphing into steam and gas, which then propels toward the surface, causing the surrounding water to jet out at breakneck speed. As enticing as it might be to envision a nature-themed slingshot ride, reality is far from playful. The power of the steam propels the water skyward, reaching heights of up to 130 feet, equivalent to a 10-story building. Moreover, the geyser's water can reach a scalding 464 degrees Fahrenheit. Plunging into this geyser offers two bleak options, either boiling to death or plummeting to your doom. 6. Perilous reservoirs. Natural lakes and man-made reservoirs may appear similar, but reservoirs, often constructed for flood control, harbor hidden dangers. Take Lake Berkeley in California, held in place by the towering 304-foot Monticello Dam. This reservoir spans over 15.5 miles and reaches depths of up to 275 feet when full. When heavy rains threaten to breach the dam, Lake Berkeley employs a unique solution, an open-mouth spillway affectionately known as the Glory Hole, with a diameter exceeding 72 feet. This spillway channels water down a 200-foot plunge to the dam's base, narrowing to about 28 feet wide. This design allows the spillway to discharge a maximum of 48,000 cubic feet of water, roughly 359,000 gallons per second, generating a formidable current. Despite warnings and cordoned-off areas, some swimmers still tempt fate. In 1997, after heavy rains, a woman disregarded all warnings and ventured close to the Glory Hole. The swift current overwhelmed her, pulling her into the opening. Desperately, she clung to the edge, but with help miles away, she lost her grip after 20 minutes and was pulled under. Survival in such a scenario is almost impossible. 7. The menacing Berkeley Pit. A visit to Butte City in Montana might seem like any other American city until you stumble upon a mile-long, half-mile-wide pit at its edge, an unsettling sight known as the Berkeley Pit. This pit descends roughly 1,780 feet into the earth and holds a reddish-brown liquid. Initially, the Berkeley Pit was an open-pit copper mine, excavated during the 1950s. However, as its profitability waned, it met its demise just 3 decades later in 1982. The pumps that had been keeping groundwater at bay were turned off, allowing natural flooding to ensue. As the pit filled with water, it leached a cocktail of chemicals and metals from the encircling rock, including arsenic, cadmium, zinc, and sulfuric acid. These pollutants imparted the water with its eerie hue, but that wasn't the only peril. In 1995, a flock of 342 snow geese, migrating through the region, landed in the lake to seek refuge from an impending storm. Little did they know, the lake possessed a pH of 2.5, signifying extreme acidity. Though this pH level is akin to that of lemon juice, it proved catastrophic for the birds. Tragically, the geese were discovered lifeless the next day, bearing burn sores. 8. Vibrant warnings. Numerous bodies of water captivate us with their astonishing colors, although not all share various shades of blue. Take Lake Hillier in Australia, for instance, renowned for its striking pink waters. Nestled on Middle Island, this 2,000-foot-long lake stands separated from the ocean by a slender strip of land and boasts a pink hue so vivid that it seems almost surreal. The intense pink tint is the result of a fusion of red-colored bacteria and algae residing in the exceedingly salty water. Both these microorganisms possess red carotenoid pigments that serve as protection against extreme conditions, such as the high salt content. However, the waters themselves are non-threatening unless consumed in substantial quantities. So, it's a pink paradise for influencers, as long as they abstain from sipping it for the likes. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through perilous waters and intriguing destinations. Which of these places surprised you the most, and have you ever encountered such hazards? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more captivating content like this.